as of now, you are quite acquainted with the topic of the presentation. So before we move ahead, I will first introduce my team. We have Pooja, Raj, Vivek, Arjun, and Pulkit with us. And before presenting our view, I would like to ask you, how many of you think that there are some things that money cannot buy? Could you please show a raise of hands? Karthikeya, would you volunteer, please? Okay. Would somebody else like to volunteer? Okay, anyways. So let me add one more thing that you cannot buy with money. So there's one. Moving on to a serious note. This is a very famous quote by Jim Carrey. And it kind of propagates a message that there are things in this world which are much more meaningful than money, and we are not here just to be indulged in the physical world. Okay, let me show you another tweet by the Dalai Lama, in which he says that money cannot buy you, it cannot buy you wisdom, it cannot buy you mental peace, it cannot buy you inner peace. What possibly can buy you inner peace is this. Let me ask you another question. Who here knows what painting is this? Yes, Parth? Which one? Yes, right, Parth. So this is a famous painting, The Torches of Nero. The story behind this painting is that there was an emperor of Rome by the name of Nero, and he was quite an opulent emperor, but as historians say, he was a sadistic and a psychotic person. So once he ordered his men to go in the city and set the whole city along with its citizens on fire. And as the history says, he sat in his palace and enjoyed the view while playing his lyre. So certainly that guy had no dearth of money, but still he did not have the humanity, he did not have the emotions, he did not have empathy for the citizens. So there are many more things that money cannot buy, and I'll ask my teammates to come and give the views on that.
So let's move on to another tale here, and I assure you it's not as dark as the last one. So this one is a very popular story. You might have heard of it actually, but it's still worth looking at it once more. So basically the story has a child asking the father what he earns or how much he earns in 1 year. And the question really leaves the father very surprised. He's not even sure if the child would be able to comprehend the value of that much money. And he ends up not really answering the question. But the conversation continues. The child further probes on, asking questions like how his work is, how his work is, how his job is, and so on. Now the dad is very confused. He's not really sure where the conversation is headed on to. He tells the child to ask what he has in his mind, to speak up his mind. So the child asks, Dad, how much do you earn in 1 hour? The dad says something like $25. Upon hearing this, the child takes his piggy bank, breaks it open, and takes out $50 worth of coin and hands it over to his father, and asking him to spend at least 2 hours of his work time exclusively for himself. This leaves the father stunned. He's just shocked by the absurdity of the situation. So what does the story actually tell you? Quality time that you spend with your parents, with your family, with your friends, it just cannot be equated with any amount of money. Moments of joy and moments of intimacy, they are just priceless. Money can perhaps give you a great living, but it cannot or it might not guarantee you a great life.
Bob Marley rightly said, money can't buy life. In the last moment of his life, lying on a deathbed, Steve Jobs said, when I recollect my life, I think about all the recognition and wealth I have accumulated and I had so much pride in, suddenly seems so worthless and meaningless and pale when I see impending face of death. There is no right compensation for a dead man, be it soldiers on the border or a citizen. What money can't buy you is true love. I hope everyone remember and can connect with us. Simran didn't go to affluent Kuljit, but rather is true love, Raj. We have a video over here.
I'm a nice guy.
No, I don't have to stay.
If you're free for some time, would you mind hanging out?
I'm heading towards Worli, so
So if you could come with me and then I'll drop you back to Worli.
I mean I don't even know you.
See, that's my car. That's a Mini Cooper. You could go in this. We'll hang out for some time. Then I'll drop you back to Worli. Come. I'm a
Money
nice
can-
guy.
Money can certainly get you this, but not the true love. Because it's rightly said, everyone wants to ride with you in a limo. But what you want is someone who can ride with you in a bus when the limo breaks down. In a moment, I'll ask you to think about a word. Okay? You will have to close your eyes and think about a word, right? Not now. The theme is success. Okay? So can you do that? Can you close your eyes for a minute and can you think about a word? Please. Okay. So now, can I ask someone of you that what was that word? Can any one of you tell me? What was the word you thought of? Any volunteers, please? Yes, please. Faith. Anyone else? Yeah. The study shows that it's 90% of the time people don't think about the money. Because the feeling that you will get when you achieve what you just thought right now cannot be bought from the money. So, Raj.
Well, after playing the lead protagonist in the Section B's presentation, Raj is here to break the status quo. It might hurt a little, but still. See, these people talked about money cannot buy manners, respect. Do everyone agree? Is it? Is it the case? Yes? Okay. What is this? Is it? Everyone? The problem with us is, this is not money. This is just a currency. It's a power of money. Is it? Am I right or not? Okay? So the point I'm trying to explain here is, what is the color of the dress here? Is anyone Shelza? Rohan? Okay, great, great, great. The point is, different people have different perceptions of things, right? So I'll carry out an experiment to give you a broader idea about what I'm trying to explain here, okay? Any tech savvies here? Computers, laptops, phones, Xbox. I do have to pick up randomly or what? Come on. Okay, Rajat. Let's say you're a tech savvy person, right? Now, what are the things you want to buy? Like in terms of telephone, in terms of mobile phones or Xbox or whatever the latest technology might be. Okay, so let's say iPhone 7 costs 60,000 rupees, okay? I'll give you 60,000 rupees right now. Will you buy it? Will you buy it? Okay, you won't buy it. Why won't you buy it? I am paying you 60,000 rupees, I'm funding you the iPhone. Would you think of it? Like, is it a rational decision to buy it when someone else is paying it? Okay, so the experiment fails here. What I was trying to say is like, people normally make rational decisions. When I'm paying for 60,000 rupees iPhone 7, the other person would buy it. And it would lead to his happiness. Momentarily happy he would be, but can I have the next picture? This picture. Had I given this 60,000 rupees to this guy, the guy bought iPhone 7, right? He would be momentarily happy. After watching this picture, would he be happy? He had this opportunity of investing money somewhere else to someone, he had this opportunity to give this money to someone who actually needs it. Do you need iPhone 7 right now? You don't. But this guy needs life, right? To take my point forward, Vivek will come in.
Yeah, thanks, Raj. So can you go back to the previous slide? So after seeing this picture, I think some of your perspective might have changed. Like your definition of happiness changes from point to point. So whatever that brings you happiness today might not be the one that gives you happiness tomorrow. But let's see the next slide now. Yeah. So we strongly believe that money can't buy you happiness, but it surely can buy you the means to happiness. So there is a difference to it, okay? So let's look at how we can effectively use money to add more value. So the first thing is, buy experience, not things. So man is a social being, we all know, right? So he has his material needs and he has his emotional or spiritual needs, whatever it is. So material needs are fine, like we can go buy a stuff and all. But how will you take care of the emotional or the spiritual needs? So we have to maintain that balance between the material needs and the emotional needs. Then only we'll be as happy as everyone, as we plan to be or something. Yeah. So, previous slide. Yeah. So these pretty famous personalities, right? So what connects them? Yeah, they are multimillionaires, but they are philanthropists too. How many of you have heard of this Giving Pledge Foundation? Yeah, so more than 50% of their income, whatever they are earning, they are donating it to charity and stuffs like that. So, next slide. So it's basically that when you spend the dollars on someone else, so $1,000 or $100 note won't mean much to Bill Gates or won't mean much to Mark Zuckerberg. But to a starved kid in Kenya or something, that $100 means everything to him. So this is how you can bring happiness to other person and also to yourself when you have got money. And the next thing, we heard about the Raj story. Obviously, there will be exceptions, but let's generalize. So this is a recent study which was done by University of Michigan. It's very clear, right? Like, if you earn more than 500K, generally, people tend to be very happy. Yeah, Pulkit.
Hi, guys. Sorry for the thought. So, are there other things that money cannot buy? I would say that if we just change the way we spend the money or we look at the money, I think that it can eventually open up a whole new world to us, where each and everything is actually up for the money to sell. I would just show this video for you.
Money is all powerful. You can do anything if you are rich.
Dad, I love Amy. She is leaving tomorrow for UK for 2 years. I can't tell her. Your money is useless in this case.
Yes. He is right. Your money is useless in this case. Take this ring. This is our ancestral ring. It will bring good luck to you. Carry this when you meet her tomorrow.
Do whatever you want.
Did you hear? Brian proposed Amy today with a ring. And guess what? She agreed. You see, money does not help. Their car got stuck in traffic for 2 hours. That's where he proposed.
Why do you think there was a traffic jam today?
I would just say that if you just have a look at it, the guy actually led to a traffic jam where his son actually proposed her love. So, do you think that money can't buy integrity? You think money can't buy respect? I would just try to put up a few examples for that. You think if money can't buy respect, just go and open a hospital in a village where just go and open a hospital in a village which is free of cost to the villagers, and just tell me if you don't get the respect of the villagers. You think that money can't buy you true love? Just go and buy a puppy. I think the most truest form of love is provided by the puppy. And if you think it can't buy it, if you think it can't buy you inner peace, just go fund the education of child labor. And I think you will be at more inner peace than you have ever spent $1 billion on everything. So at the end, I would just say that money actually creates some hygiene factors that actually help us achieve the things which would not have been achievable if we don't have money. And this is applicable for each and every abstract emotions out there. So if I'm asked the question that money can't buy something, I would say that I'm simply not convinced. I have a reasonable doubt.
With
Thank
this,
you.
we are open for the questions.